Howdy ladies and gentlemen, my name is James Morris and today I'll be bringing you a Bujin deck profile. This deck is very close to my heart and I just love the playstyle and I love the artwork because it's so good. And without further ado, let's get straight into the deck profile. Of course, we run the 3 Yamato's effect. He's basically the engine. He will grab things you need and dump things you don't need, and he'll be the one that's doing most of the work in the deck. He hopefully you'll want him first turn, of course, because he's the one that will get you set up. And surprisingly, you may think that this deck loses to Shadol's, stuff like that, but surprisingly, every time I verse Shadol's, most of the time I do win, not because of Yamato, but because this deck, you think that, with Super Poly at 1, you think that it would affect us, but it doesn't really, because I've had so many close games with Shadows, but thanks to things like Crane and boosting up my Yamato, obviously, because someone rammed a El Shadow construct into my Yamato, and he was on 100 life points. He ran into it hoping to finish me off, and I dropped Crane, and that was game, and he was just raging fully, and it was embarrassing for him. It was pretty cool for me. But yep, 3 Yamato. The 1 Mikazuchi, because Mikazuchi, I run him at 1 because I was recommended for him to run at 1 from Pro Custard. Pro Custard is another YouTuber, and I know him personally, and yeah, he's a great YouTuber. He recommended in his video to run 1 Mikazuchi, and I actually think that Mikazuchi is pretty good at 1, because at 1 Mikazuchi doesn't clog. I don't like having first turn Mikazuchi because it's just not something. It doesn't get my plays going. I prefer to have a Yamato or even a Tenki instead of a Mikazuchi, because even if I wanted Mikazuchi, Tenki will still boost Mikazuchi up 100 to a 2k beta, it's pretty nice. I follow Mikazuchi up by playing 2 Bujin Hirume. Bujin Hirume is your special summon outlet. You cannot normal summon Bujingi or Bujin Hirume. Because, well, this deck is so reliant to the normal summon that if you stop the summon of Yamato somehow, it will just, like, it will bring me to tears. I am not kidding. I've done it once. I was just like, really? You bottomless my Yamato? And it was, I felt so salty after that battle. But the Hirume, I use her, basically, I actually fetch her a lot with Susanoo because because she gives you the power of OTK, obviously, to K beta. Why not OTK? Follow that up with a Bujin Arasuda. Arasuda is the one that, when any of your Bujin monsters is banished, except during damage step, you can special summon him in special summon him in face up defense position. And I use him a lot with the Hirume combo, which is use Hirume's effect, banishing a monster, and then Arasuda will chain, special summon both. It's pretty crazy because it's basically, I have 2 monsters on field. That's a free XCs, and I haven't normal summoned yet. And then with the relics, 2 Bujingi Hair. Bujingi Hair will protect my Bujin monsters from my Beast Warrior Bujin monsters. I was mistaken. To protect them from, not battle, but from any destruction effect, such as Raigeki, Dark Hole. It'll protect them. But the one that pretty much helped me a lot during Shadol's was Turtle, because Turtle is just awesome, especially in this super rare. It's nice. And yeah, Turtle is great because it protects from targeting, which is, in this format, targeting is happening a lot, and it's depressing when someone targets Yamato and I haven't got any, when I don't have, like, targets Yamato for destruction, and I don't have hair. At least Turtle's in here. It's fine. Turtles are good, and even if I boot Incarnation a Turtle, it's fine. I don't care. And the reason why everyone hates this deck, 3 Bujingi Crane. Now Crane, everyone knows what Crane does. Makes all my Bujin monsters double their original attack. So, and this is during damage calc. There's been instances where someone's tried to deprison my Yamato, and then I chain Lance during damage step, which will put him to 1k attack. But then during damage calc Crane, so he goes back to being 36 attack, which is pretty insane. He can get over most things, even Leo. Then 1 Quillen, because Quillen, people don't use it, but there's been instances where people forget that my Quillen is engraved. Sometimes I forget, I admit, but people forget that Quillen is engraved and they leave something like their last hope out on field, and then next turn I search through grave. Next up we have the 1 Honest. Honest, of course. All these monsters are light. Why not run Honest? Honest is just like, it's a better Crane, to be honest. It's just magnificent, and it's Crane only lasts until the damage calc only, just the 1 damage calc, and Honest will last me during the end phase. It's so basically, if I'm afraid that my, let's see what's something weak. Yeah, if Quillen is out on field and I don't want Quillen to be gone because I have another Bujin in hand next turn, Xyzing into something, I can just protect with Honest, and then next turn make my plays go off. So yeah, that is the monster lineup. For spells, I run the triple Tenki, because Tenki will search out. There are not 8 ways to get Yamato in this deck, and oh, that glare. Tenki is 3 ways. Of course, the Yamato is the other 3 ways, and the 2 ways is Pot of Duality. Pot of Duality will, sometimes it doesn't work. I don't get Tenkis on my Yamatos, but Pot will still get me something that allow me to stall, so it's great. And Pot, I don't need to special summon every turn, because special summoning is not something. It's not something that is well known in the Bujin deck anyway. I then play 2 Kaiser Colosseum, because Kaiser Colosseum is OP. It's been, I've versed like Monarchs and stuff like that, where especially decks like Satellanites and Kaiser Colosseum will just stop their plays while I have the 1 Yamato sitting on board. They try to run over it, I Honest or Crane, and then they just sat there with nothing on field. Then the double MST for the decks that piss me off, because this deck loses to back row, and it's not even funny, because when I don't have a hare a hare or a turtle in grave, it's just sad for me when Yamato is like gone. It's like, oh, I gotta find some other way of getting Yamato. Then 2 Bujin Carnation. A lot of people run 3. I personally run 2, because in this deck, I side the 3rd, because I usually I put the 3rd in when I'm versing a deck that will like force me to use my relics way too way too early than I would love to. And it's been hilarious. I've used Bujin Carnation to save me from losing many times. I was versing this Satellite player, and it was great. What he did was, he had this full field, and basically, it was great. He was on like, I have no idea how many life points, but I top decked Bujin Carnation. I had no field. Bujin Carnation into Susanoo and a Yamato. Susanoo poked at everything. He was down to 1700 life points, and Bujin Yamato would finish him off by 100 life points. It was the best feeling ever. 2 Lances, back row hate, stuff like that. It's great. All I need to say about Lance. Soul Charge, because Soul Charge at 1, but it doesn't matter. In this deck, I don't need to do Battle Phase if I Soul Charge, but Soul Charge is just there as an option. It's a tech card for me. But 1 Book of Moon, stop Xyzing, Synchros, Dark Hole, I wish I run Raigeki, I really do. But Dark Hole's there anyway, because I'm waiting for a Raigeki right now. Trap lineup, 2 wiretap, back row hate again, because I just really hate back row, it's not even funny. 2-dimensional prison. Mirror Force is a good thing, I know it is. I wish I ran. That's all I need to say about dimensional prison. 2 Fiendish Chain, because, yeah, I know, Breakthrough is a thing. I love Breakthrough. I wish I had it as well. But, Fiendish Chain is working fine, because this deck is more of a control-sided deck, where it takes me a time to... Most of the time it takes me a bit of a while to do the OTK, but it's... Fiendish Chain will just stop those unwanted monsters that will get rid of Yamato, or get rid of the monsters, will stop the monsters' effects that will support my opponent and give them enormous pluses. For the summon breakers, I use Bottomless Trap Hole. No Compulse or TT. Bottomless is working fine, really, but yeah, because why not run Bottomless if I don't run TT, because I don't want to blow up my own field, especially with Yamato on it. Compulse, I wish I could find room. Compulse is awesome, but I fear it's just a bit slow in this format, especially with Quillos, I think they're called. But yeah. Oh, by the way, that deck, fuck you, bitch. Solemn Warning. Of course, Solemn Warning. Don't need to even explain. Extra deck. 3 Ultimate Bujin Susanoo. There have been so many times I needed a third. When I usually Bujin Carnation the second after I've used it, and the third is just there because most of the time I do. I'll admit it. Sometimes I run out of Susanoo's. I know you'll think it's impossible, but that does happen sometimes. 1 Kagetsuchi, because I don't go into it that often. I only go into it when I do a safe play. The safe plays happen a lot, to be honest. I really don't like Tsukuyomi that much, but oh well, she's there. Next, Exiton 101, Cowboy, of course, staple, rank 4 plays. Constellar Omega, safe play, damage play. Diamond Dyer, I normally use its effect to tribute itself because I like keeping my own monsters on field instead of Diamond Dyer. It's only 2k attack anyway, so I don't like it, but I use it anyway. Rhapsody and Berserk, I misplay so much with Rhapsody and Berserk, especially against like Lightsworn rulers. I'm such an idiot. I don't banish the Dragon rulers instead of the Lightsworns. It's so stupid. I've learned my lesson though. Number 50, Black Ship of Pawn. Black Ship is awesome. It's been such a good help against the hands and stuff like that. Heartland Draco, because tanky, I can do 4k damage using just Heartland Draco, which is usually enough for game. And Brotherhood of the Fire Fist, Tiger King, because, platinum rare. But, Tiger King is good for, obviously, those huge fields where just effect negation, sending tanky, activating, and then getting Yamato continue with the plays. It's great. Side deck, of course, the side deck is up to your tournament preferences, but I usually run the 3rd MST, the 3rd Bujin Carnation, Soul Release, Mirror Match, 2 Xyz Universe. Believe it or not, this actually works pretty well in this deck because it's like a rape to Satella Knights and Black Horn. Black Horn's... sometimes I don't use it because this will only stop special summons. It won't stop the effect that includes the special summon of a monster. I can only stop like Synchros or Xyzing. I can't stop Dad with this, but whatever. And anyway guys, that's the deck profile. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe. This was my first video, and I hope you liked it. Next I'll be doing a Mermail deck, because Mermail. But yeah, anyway, that's the deck profile, guys. I hope you loved it. Next I'll be doing Gustos after Mermails. It'll be awesome. Hope you look forward to it. Please, no hate. This is my first video. Cut me some slack, please. And shout out to Pro Custard. I know him personally. He's a great YouTuber. Definitely go check him out. He shouted me out, so I'm gonna shout him out right now. So yeah, thanks guys, and have a great day.